Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once you've lost it, you can never get it back. Hi everybody, this is Life with Leonard and welcome to another episode. Now on this channel, if you are new here, I strive to motivate and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. And today's episode is most definitely no different. Now some people think that being alone is a bad thing. It either means that you are antisocial or unwanted, neither of which are a good position to be in. Now, if you look back during the COVID-19 crisis, we had to stay home and were unable to meet with friends and family, and it was painful to many. Now, I've recorded quite a few videos about this, and I'll leave links to those videos in the description below. The point I'm making here is that being alone isn't necessarily a bad thing, and there are a handful of benefits that emerge once you learn to embrace solitude. You come to realize that the quality of your interactions matter more than the quantity. When you are by yourself and still and able to engage in genuine contemplation, you find the answers to all sorts of questions. Whatever doubts you've been wrestling with, what I've come to realize is that, escaping from the demands of other people frees up the energy to work on your own problems. You begin to realize that the answers to life's questions are already within you and that they reveal themselves in the moments of isolation. That realization gives one great comfort. It's a beautiful space to be in and something special and unique to experience, and is accessible to all of us. Since I think it was 2003 and more specifically 2007, I started spending at least 6 hours every day on my own. This obviously changed a bit during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now the reason I was able to do this is because I have my own business that affords me that privilege, and that's what it really is, a privilege. When you are removed from the world of small talk and niceties and forced friendliness, it soon becomes obvious that what matters is not the number of people you interact with, but the quality of those interactions. That's why it's better to have a small group or a smaller group of friends whose company you genuinely enjoy, rather than a greater number of friends, many of whom may be little more than acquaintances. I'm not advocating that you go all out and cut all ties with people. I'm saying that once you learn to enjoy being alone, you are going to grow as a person, and I guarantee you that. There are wonderful benefits and important things you learn when you spend time alone. And that's what I would like to share with you in this episode. So the first thing is, and just for clarity, please understand that being alone is not the same as being lonely. This is a misconception held by many people, especially extroverts. It is that when you are alone, you feel a sense of loneliness. And as an observer, when you see someone by themselves, perhaps dining in a restaurant or sitting in a park or going to the movies, you might instinctively assume that they are lonely and that they would like some company. Yet, when you spend time alone, you realize that this is often far from the truth. You can be perfectly content without the company of others. In fact, it is very possible to feel lonely even when you are surrounded by people. And secondly, when you are alone, you tend to get in touch with your own emotions. You see, when you're surrounded by other people all the time, you are constantly trying to read and to cater to other people's emotions. So much so that you could end up losing touch with your own emotions. But when you start to enjoy being alone, you will gain greater perspective for your own emotions, which is really liberating, and it will help you to create a deeper understanding of what makes you happy. Not only happy, but also what upsets you and what saddens you. You'll stop looking for validation. So often you feel the need to get the okay from your friends and family before you take action. And you know what I'm talking about. You are constantly looking to other people for advice on what you should do next. Now, of course, there are times when it's not only perfectly acceptable to ask for advice, but downright necessary. There are also times where we are perfectly capable of acting on our own instead of looking to others for answers. And when you start to spend more time alone, you will learn to trust your instincts and make decisions without any third-party validation. The next important point is you'll get a break from constantly trying to keep other people happy. Life is filled with relationships, and most relationships only last when both people are kept happy. And that can turn into a draining job depending who that relationship is with. Now this doesn't only apply to personal relationships, but every kind of relationship. However, once you're alone, the only person's happiness you have to worry about in that moment is your own. You can treat yourself to things that makes you happy, but may have upset someone else. In fact, you can be selfish in a healthy way, if you understand what I'm saying. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And because you do this, it will flow into you enjoying your other relationships even more. And by this I mean, when you spend time alone on a regular basis, and eventually you'll come to find that you also enjoy your relationships with other people even more. The time spent alone gives you a greater appreciation for yourself. It also lets you appreciate all the great things that come from your relationships with other people, most of which, and I guarantee you, you were completely oblivious of before. Your life's journey becomes so much more enjoyable. And another great advantage of being on your own is that you become more productive. Now, being in the company of other people, it can be fun and it can be entertaining. We like that, I know that. But it can also seriously affect your productivity. There are times when the company of other people acts as nothing more than a distraction from getting your work done. Time spent alone can be some of the most productive time in your life. Mostly because there are fewer distractions and you can just put your head down and get to work. Introspection is a valuable tool, and being by yourself gives you ample time to turn your gaze inward and observe your own thoughts and feelings and mental processes. And from this, I guarantee you, you learn a great deal about yourself. Where your moral compass is pointing, how satisfied are you, and what pain you are carrying with you. This is a beautiful journey of self-discovery, because you are now suddenly able to make changes in your life to better reflect the person you really are. And I would like to end off with this, and please remember it. Creativity is the gift of a quiet mind. Thank you so much, everybody, for once again joining me on today's episode. Now, if this episode was of value to you, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much. I see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.